Welcome to 10 Minutes in the Mind of Loco, where you ask the questions and I will answer them whether I know the answer or not. Today we're going to be talking about how to pick a game, real life quality, real life guilty pleasures, and gaming guilty pleasures. Alright? Alright, so today the first question comes from Drake, the amazing Drake, Jay Drake here, and it is, how should I pick what game to buy? We got into this conversation and basically he was talking about, the game to buy, what game not to buy. I think this is something where a lot of people really mess up because the question they always ask is, what's the best game out there? And I don't think that what's the best game out there is the right question to ask when you're going to buy a game. What you really need to do is find out what kind of games you enjoy. What is the reason you play? People play for different reasons. In other words, the new Lord of the Rings game, epic game, amazing game, probably one of the best games of the year. However, I wouldn't spend the money on it for myself. I spend it for my boys. My boys love it. But for me, the reason I play games is to compete. So I'd rather play an awful game where I can compete against somebody and talk trash and have some fun and say, wow, I totally kicked your butt 2-1. Or even if it's tied 2-2, I'll still say I kicked your butt. It doesn't really matter. But the whole point for me is just to compete. I want to compete. That's why I play games. I play games to compete, and I play games to get away from reality. So if you play games to get away from reality, and if it's your go-to to get away from everything that's been bugging you or life in general, then you don't want to play a realistic game. Because then again, you're not getting away from reality. You want to play a fantasy game. If you play because you want to talk to your friends or your brother, my brother's in Gainesville. I have friends in New York. I have friends everywhere. When I play, I want to talk to them. So again, I play an online game. The hard thing here is, again, not what's the best game, but what's the best game for you. And the only way you're going to find out what the best game for you is to find out why you play. So ask yourself that question. Why do you play? Do you play to have family time? I know we play Kingdom Hearts strictly to have family time. We literally will play the whole game over and over again and just watch the cutscenes. And one of us will play and the rest of us will watch it like we're watching a movie. Do you play to compete like I do? I've been playing Forza, like I told you guys in the last episode, for who knows how many years, and we play every Tuesday night. My point is to compete. I like competing. Even if I get whooped, I still like to compete. Do you play games to kind of fill your sci-fi brain, or do you play games because you like the stories? Do you like story mode? Again, just ask yourself, why do you play games? Once you find out why you play games, it's going to make your purchases a whole lot better, because you're not going to waste money on a great game. Again, not saying it's not a great game, but that you're just not going to play. And that's why a lot of times we buy games and then they sit on the shelf and we don't ever play them because we bought a game that was a great game. It just wasn't a great game for us. So find out why you like to play. Why is it that you like to play, and then pick a game. The second question we have, it came from a couple of different people. It came from Mom of Sue's, Mickey, and it came from Justin, and everybody had like different versions of this question, and the question was about guilty pleasures. What are your guilty pleasures? Well, when it comes to guilty pleasures, the question was guilty pleasures in real life and also guilty pleasures in gaming. Those are different, so I separated them into two different questions. And the guilty pleasure in real life is a weird one, especially for a guy. First, I had to figure out what in the world is a guilty pleasure. And come to find out, well, guilty pleasure is something that you enjoy that most people wouldn't want to tell the world, And my guilty pleasure is watching romantic comedies. That's my guilty pleasure in real life. It started back in high school when I started dating I found out that if I went out to see a new romantic comedy out in the movie theaters, I'd be going out with 5, 6, 7 girls. If I went out to see the new Rambo movie, I'd be going out with 5, 6, 7 guys. I enjoyed going out with the girls more than I did enjoy going out with the guys, so I went to the rom-com. Well, I transferred into college, and again, I was going out with the girls, having a good time over there, and the guys, well, they're watching their own thing, and after a while, I realized I actually like them. You know, they're cheesy, corny, and all that stuff, but I enjoy them. And again, you know, for me, I like getting away from real life. I don't want real life scenarios. I like cheesy, this could never happen, but I want to think about it anyway. It'd be really cool. Happy endings. So now I watch those with my wife. We just finished watching one just about 10 minutes ago before I started doing this. So it has definitely paid off because my wife and I watch them together and we have a good time. So that's rom-com, life, real life guilty pleasures. Gaming guilty pleasure is EDF. And for those of you who know, it's just you can start the chant EDF, EDF. Absolutely great game, and one of the very few, as we like to call it, couch co-op games where you can still sit on the same couch and play together on the same screen. It is the most absolutely ridiculous game. It is like playing through a B movie. This game is so bad that it is great. You're actually playing against giant spiders and giant bugs and giant ants, and they jump down all over the place, and you destroy them. And the epic thing about it is that in the process of destroying them, you can actually destroy the whole world while you're trying to save the world with these ridiculous weapons. I mean, they're just absolutely ridiculous. But it's a whole lot of fun. I play with my boys. I play with my buddy Alan, who we've been playing games since 1986. You can do the math. We started with Toe Jam and Earl. We still play Toe Jam and Earl, which is probably a little bit of a guilty pleasure. But EDF is just awesome. I play with my kids and everything. And my wife is waving at me. What is it, honey?
Earth Defense Force.
Oh, Earth Defense Force. For those of you who don't know what it is, see? My wife had to translate for me. And again, I don't edit, I don't redo, so you get what you get. It is Earth Defense Force. I think the latest one is 2015. It doesn't even matter which one you get. If you want a good game to play with your friends on the sofa, or if you want a good game to play with your kids, it is absolutely ridiculous. It's like playing through a B movie, and it is a whole lot of fun. So go get it. EDF, Earth Defense Force. Thank you, honey. Love you. Anyway, so that's it for today. 10 minutes in the mind of Loco. We're going to do it again next week. And she's waving at me again. What is it?
Kathy.
Who?
Kathy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, I'm running out of time. So I had a question. It was a bonus question. And it was my sister-in-law, Kathy, sent me a question and said, if you were going to design a car on the game Forza, which favorite sister-in-law would be your inspiration for the design and why? And, you know, I want to make sure that I don't run out of time. So the favorite sister-in-law that I would base it on would definitely be